Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And the shot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a breakthrough already. Gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
That has been slung wide. Soboslai swings. There's the header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Del Piero.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Terrific save by Abbiati.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Knocks it into space. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great vision. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Gamba Osaka look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing...
Chance! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Has a shot! And he hits the net! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Looking for options for movement. Szoboszlai. Rijkaard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Szoboszlai. He has found the way through. Lofted in. A header! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And it's Neymar. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Lovely feet. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Tries to pass it through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And a chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Law, and he's there to make the challenge. And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Good purposeful running this. Cafu. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Law looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now he's off and running. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Not the most accurate pass. Hullet, forever the opportunist. A sniff. Can he finish? Sticks it away!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 8, Dennis Law.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Number 22,
Gamba Osaka take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Number 7, Wirtz.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a throw. Van Dijk. Some really good ball movement. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Wirtz. Now it's Wirtz. Swings it across. Zanetti gets it clear. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution
Now
in
some movement on the
progress.
bench, and we are going to see a change. And he can clear it away. Into the last 5 minutes. Van Dijk goes steaming forward. And he's well positioned. Del Piero! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. This could be their final throw of the dice. Corner number 3 coming up. And he's taking no chances there. Cleared away.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that is that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
Hello attendees.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, a player who's often talked about as having the ability to play for the very best is Milan Skriniar. What's impressed me most about him is his deftness with the ball at his feet and how well he plays that high line. He's also proven himself, Peter, to be very vocal and strong-headed too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Del Piero. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Neymar. And he was alert to it. Chips it through. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Barcelona really could have done without this. This to make it 1-0. What a save by David Raya! It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's shifting through the gears here. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Now he's got space here. That is a brilliant interception. Danger averted for now. Szoboszlai has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Wirtz. Now it's Del Piero. That's been slipped through. Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
For Barcelona, number 11,
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Haaland being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the pass is intercepted. Barcelona are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Van Dijk is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
2 added minutes
Neymar.
has been indicated.
Oh, that's clever. Time and again they are repelled. He's picked his way through. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
And we'd like to inform
How's
you
the
now
first
that
half
the
compared
latest
with your
travel information
expectation?
is causing
Haven't
a
played
delay
that
on the
badly.
screen.
Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And here's Del Piero. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. And they can counter here. Now it's Wirtz.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Threads one in. Oh, there's a probing ball. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion...
Shoots! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
Quality ball. And this is Neymar. And they win it back again. Looking to play him in. Wirtz gets into some space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Mateus gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Pele can see things others simply cannot. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. That is ended up in no man's land. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Owen. Soboslai. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that's well seen too. That's a sharp pass. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Del Piero is firing after that one.
1 minute added time.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
From today's match are now available.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, and the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Lamine Yamal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Davids! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Yamal. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Can he finish? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Owen. Caught offside that time. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Barcelona finding their passes. Vieira. And here's Yamal. And he shoots! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Barcelona certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 23.
Corner number 2 then.
Scores. Number 13. Donadoni. Coming on the field. Number 15. Gullit. Number 22. Soboslai.
Punched away. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, no joy this time. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Owen. And he was alert to it. Soboslai threads one in. Law, face to... goes for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
rises! And that has been clubbed away. Barcelona are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Now it's Szoboszlai. Oh, smashing header! It's in! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution in progress.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on it.
Szoboszlai! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Szoboszlai is offering a right smile there.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Big header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Law, great vision. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Chance! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Ah, he's given it a... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Barcelona take the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He has found the way through. Drilled in low. Danger averted for now. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Lowe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Very nicely done. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Barcelona have their third corner. Up he goes! Sticks it away! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Barcelona really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
That is a brilliant interception.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Into the last 5 minutes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Hullet. Del Piero. Well read, and the danger is averted. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Delivers the ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Passing nice and Del Piero! And that is as far as it goes. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Hullet. Can he get it through? Kim Min-jae cuts out the pass. Could be danger here. Hullet. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Kim Min-jae gets over and intercepts. First quarter of an hour gone. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, good-looking ball. And he was quick to react. Now, can they get him away?
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Platini is always looking to break lines. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Threads one in. Kim Min-jae makes the interception. Platini. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Approaching the half-hour mark. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Odo. Oh, played right into his path. Big chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Header comes in! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Zanetti. Oh, that's well spotted. He's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really...
Decent chance! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Platini, he could be in here. Tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Van Dijk with the clearance. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Their birthdays today.
Milan get the second half going. Kim Min-jae, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kukcu. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Strong running down that left flank. Platini.
Such good technique.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Pull it. Now it's Owen. Chips it through. And this is Hullet. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Del Piero.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Soboslai. Takes the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Platini. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. Platini quietly revving up. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He's being urged to shoot, and he's made sure that's not getting through, and that's really well manoeuvred. Pull it. And this is Owen. Soboslai. Great vision. Soboslai looking to get on the end of this. And it's been given away. And the shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Oh, off the post! And he's heaved it away. And that's a throw-in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
He's had a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
He's found a way through. He has a shot, surely! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Zanetti cuts it out. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Kukcu. And that interception was most necessary. And that will be it. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Mateus voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Santos have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed.
And the shot! Terrific save by Abbiati! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Takes a shot! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Costa Curta duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. David Villa. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hullet. Pele. Cafu. That's a good run down the left. Zola. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Irwin is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Gamba Osaka really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Bale. Bale! Oh, what about that? Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And the through ball. Great chance! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Gamba Osaka take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Messi gets it away. David Villa. Santos have the chance to go the other way. And this is Pele. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Raul. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's beaten the last man. Oh, the ball's... And Sola! And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
We are into stoppage time. Bale. No, he's just misjudged that one. And the half-time whistle goes. Gamba Osaka are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Gamba Osaka get the ball rolling in the second half.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Law showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Villa. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi! It's there! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
After 56 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And here's Messi. He's going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Gamba Osaka still have the cards to affect this game. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Zanetti. And that is as far as they're going to go. Cafu. Looking to play him in. Looking for options for movement. Goes for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Law. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's a fine interception.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that's a good-looking ball. He's not got that quite right. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Can he get on the end of this? Shot a goal! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Santos have their second corner now. And he's there to clear it. Has a shot! That's got him rattled. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Now it's Villa, in again. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Kukcu. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Gamba Osaka played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening. The
today's
skies are
match.
clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market, and often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders. He's got that outstanding quality of being able to shield the ball particularly well, and that is key to any holding midfielder.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And hit shoots! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Soboslai. Szoboszlai. Zola. And there's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bale did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cannavaro. Now he's off and running. And here's Del Piero. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He won't be happy with that one. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played into space. Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Dink through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Soboslai. Well seen, saw that coming. And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Pele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's Soboslai. Looking to play him in. Tries the cross. Tries to get it clear. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Lahm, now the cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Szoboszlai. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Makaleli. Van Dijk is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Bale! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! It's their second corner of the game. Bale with the short one. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. A probing pass. Good read, needed to be. Makaleli plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Szoboszlai. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Oh, delightful ball. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Szoboszlai. And it's Makaleli. Now it's Bale. Makaleli. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked out the run. And that's gone loose. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Makaleli was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Done delicately. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And here's Mbappe. He's gone for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Substitution on the field, number 9, Pele.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Number 14, Bale. Number 22.
Now, can they get him away?
Szoboszlai.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Number 10, Mateus.
Del Piero.
Number 8, Bellingham.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. And that's been won straight back.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
2 added minutes has been
And
indicated.
it's Soboslai. He is through here! And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
A very special birthday.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
In Paul Scholes, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield, one of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
That is good alertness. Into the channel. Well, that has not gone well. Lofted upfield. No, that's been intercepted. Bale. It's a really well-measured ball. Now that's well seen too. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Cruyff. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Quarter of an hour played. Short changes him with that pass. He's in plenty of space here. He is through here. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got it.
And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Zanetti. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And reclaimed it in a trice. He's in space and looking for options. Zanetti delivers. And he's gone looking for safety. Milan are looking to break at pace. Van Dijk is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Pele. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that Scholes! Now who's going to be... It's Bale! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi. Sweet feet. And here's Szoboszlai. And there is the half-time whistle. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the second half gets underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. That's a little off target. That's a cute ball. Has a look and plays it forward. De Jong. And it's Bale. Scholes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bale, very much a man of this moment. Nicely weighted ball. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Yamal looking to penetrate opposition lines. Irwin gets good distance on it. And they're quick to get it back. Beckham. He's shifting through the gears here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, what a mistake! Yamal! It's hit the upright. They've scored! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
69 minutes is number 18, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Substitution for Manchester United, number 9, Bale.
Manchester United choosing to make the first change. So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And Cruyff! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Could be danger here. Shot, surely! It's loose, and again! Goal! Manchester United! And they're back in front. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Minutes is number 11, Yamal. Yamal. Yamal.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Schneider. Yamal. De Jong is always looking to break lines. And they're back on the ball again.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's really put himself on the line here.
Progress.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to work on, so I'm sure they have a lot of sorting out to do before the next game, and they can get there.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Kukçu proves just a little bit too strong. It's run loose here. Soboslai. Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
No, he's not getting past him there. Best. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Del Piero. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big, big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. Put a foot wrong and he'll be sure to let you know about it.
Well, he just commands respect, doesn't he? Respect of everyone, teammate and opponent alike.
Yeah, and he'll be setting the highest of standards out there and he expects them to be met. No rest for that defence.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Now that is tidy, really tidy. Del Piero is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And he's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And that was very necessary. And it's Soboslai. He is just caressing the ball. And a chance! That could spell trouble. That's an imaginative pass. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Zola. Santos trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's been taken short. But it's Thuram. And that's played in low. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played into space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Makaleli can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, super ball! And he shoots! Xavi Alonso. No outsmarting him this time. Cannavaro with the clearance. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Substitution.
There's the start of the second half.
Argentina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Villa, ambitious ball here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Pele. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, can he get onto this? Pele. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to...
Shapes to shoot! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Almost an hour gone. Tries to play it through. And the shot! Oh, what about that? Finally! And that really is so impressive. Argentina have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
He's in a great position here. He's tried one! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chiellini. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
A probing pass. That's been cut out, well played. Argentina do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the managers...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And Del Piero! He's scored! And this is getting better and better. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Argentina are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Threads one in, and he's in on decent chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Argentina are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And he's done it again. Big header! Nicely aimed pass. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Quality ball. Mateus. Can he get it through? Oh, that's superb. Can he finish? He's kept it out just.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Pele attempts a clearance. Chiellini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Knocks it into space. Pele providing an outlet on that flank. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Del Piero claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
Well, Roy Mackay will be key here, Peter. He'll be leading the line, operating as the target man. We all know how good he is in the air and how good he is when the area is crowded.
One of the very best in the business, isn't he?
And his numbers certainly say so. So many of his goals coming on the...
And Sola! And the pass is intercepted. Donatoni going full tilt down the left. Tries to play it through. Van Dijk. Ronaldinho, the man we've all come to watch. Morocco yet to have an attempt on goal. Well, that is one way to stop him. The referee's awarded a free kick. It's a good 35 yards out, this. That's a half-decent try.
Del Piero is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Pinches it off him. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Aimed beyond the defence, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Santos look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Ronaldinho. Zola. Pirlo. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. To Thuram. And it's Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most convincing of passes. Donatoni. Ball is over the line. Mackay. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Del Piero. Donatoni.
That was lovely, that.
Decent progress down the left. Showing good feet. And he's managed to get rid.
There will be 1 minute.
Ronaldinho! It's off target and by quite a way.
Ronaldinho probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Morocco really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Morocco clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Pelé. Pelé, good purposeful running this. Mateus. And it's Scholes. Mackay. And the counter is on. Can he get it through? Now this could be a chance. Morocco needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Foot in. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Pelé quietly revving up. Pelé, out to the left it goes. Mackay.
Might want to be careful there.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Thuram. Well timed, excellent interception. Pressing high and with purpose. That's really well cleared. Zola. Cristiano Ronaldo. Zola takes control of it and he's on the move. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Santos clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Tries from a long way out. He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All hands on deck for this one. Pirlo plays it short. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Del Piero. He has found the way through. Oh, that's an excellent interception. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
Only permitted in designated areas.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.